Welcome back to my channel, guys. For today's video, I wanted to do kind of a sit down video to be able to talk to you guys about a topic that has really been on my mind a lot lately. I'm going to preface this by saying that my YouTube channel is a place for me to share my experiences, my thoughts, my feelings, and I'm completely aware that you may not agree with everything that I say. It's okay, we are all human, we all have our own opinions about things, and I don't expect everyone to agree with me. Now, that being said, I have noticed a really big trend on social media, especially lately. Now, obviously, I follow a lot of teachers, so I keep up with teachers on Instagram, I belong to a lot of teacher Facebook pages, so I am exposed to a lot of different perspectives from teachers all across the world. Lately, I feel like I have seen so much competitiveness between teachers rather than collaboration, and honestly, it makes me really sad to see that trend. In my opinion, teaching is both a mix of a science and an art, but it is absolutely 100% not a sport. Teaching is not a competition. Now, before I go any further with this, I will 100% admit that I am guilty of this too. I am an extremely competitive person. Ask anyone who knows me, especially when it comes to board games, I take no mercy. But really, I am super competitive, but honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. For me, my competitiveness is one of the things that has really pushed me to become successful. I know personally, I have definitely had moments where I have been competitive with other teachers, especially when I'm sharing basically my whole life through my vlogs and through my social media posts. You feel like you have to live up to other people's expectations and you have to really make yourself stand out in order to gain a following. I have totally been there. I hate to admit it, but I have. However, when it comes to teaching, competitiveness is just not healthy, and that's definitely been something I've come to realize lately. When you are planning a lesson or an activity, you need to have your students' best interest in mind rather than planning it solely with the intention of posting it on social media. Now, obviously, if the activity goes super well, your students were super engaged, you saw a lot of growth in their performance, please, by all means, share it on social media. Post pictures about it, write a blog post about it, tell other teachers about it. But don't solely plan your activities and your lessons to fit your social media agenda. Also, please don't feel inadequate if you are not planning or executing these social media worthy lessons. First of all, every district is different, every administration is different, and every classroom full of students is different. You may have to teach a particular curriculum with fidelity, and you may not even have the option to teach those kinds of lessons. You may not even be able to use any food in your classroom due to student allergies. Or your classroom full of students may not be able to handle those kinds of activities. You have to be confident that you are providing the best instruction you possibly can for your students. Get ideas from other teachers, collaborate with other teachers, but don't compare yourself to them and don't beat yourself up over a glorified post you see on social media. You do you and don't worry about anyone else. If you're anything like me, you probably say that to your students like a million times a day, but it's time that we start listening to that and taking that advice. No one else is a teacher of your class, no one teaches them better than you do, and no one loves them more than you do. Now, that's only one small part of what has been on my mind lately. I also have noticed a lot of teachers competing with classroom decor, organization, cute labels, you name it. First of all, your classroom is your sanctuary and your student sanctuary. It needs to be a place that makes you happy, your students happy, and is functional and meets the needs of your students. Now, obviously, that means different things to different teachers. There are some teachers out there that don't need to spend a lot of money on their classroom or don't need to spend a lot of time in their classroom working in order to make it a place that makes them and their students happy, and honestly, I think that's fantastic. But if you are the type of person that wants to spend money on your classroom and wants to spend time organizing and designing cute labels, then go for it. Don't feel bad for not spending large amounts of money on your classroom or not spending a lot of time in your classroom, but also don't feel bad if you do choose to make your classroom quote unquote Pinterest perfect. So long as you are happy to be there, your students are happy to be there, and it is meeting all of their needs, that's all that matters. Now, this is where I'm gonna speak my mind a little bit. I personally have noticed criticisms in the comments of my videos about my classroom being way over the top, me spending too much money on my classroom, or me spending time making stuff cute when it just doesn't matter. And if you have that opinion, that is totally fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. However, on the same note, it is completely my choice how much money I spend in my classroom and how much time I spend in there. If you are able to be happy in your classroom without spending a lot of money and without spending a lot of time, then that's great. I'm so happy for you. But personally, that's just not how I operate, and I'm completely okay with that. I enjoy investing in my classroom because it makes me happy. I enjoy spending hours there designing new labels or organizing my cabinets because it makes me happy. I am very much a type A person. I like having things organized. organized. I like having things be visually appealing because it makes me calm and it makes me feel grounded. You can ask anyone who knows me that I am very much an overachiever and I always go above and beyond because that's just who I am as a person. However, I don't think that I should be criticized just because you operate a different way than I do. Me choosing to spend money on my classroom or time in my classroom has no impact on your classroom and your students. I 100% guarantee you that I do not share my classroom and my teaching life on social media through my vlogs in order to boast or to brag or to show off or anything like that. Again, ask anyone who knows me in real life and I can guarantee you they will tell you I actually keep a lot of things to myself and I'm definitely not the first person to brag about anything. I don't think I'm a better teacher than anyone else because of the time that I spend in my classroom or the money I spend in my classroom. I am fully aware that spending money or spending time in your classroom does not make you a good teacher. However, it is a way for me to show my passion for teaching and it's a way that my personality plays into my teaching. It is completely okay to watch my videos and think to yourself, I would never do that because you're a different person. But at the same time, don't bash other teachers who do choose to spend money on their classroom or do choose to spend a lot of time there. Trust me, if those teachers are anything like me, they do it solely to make themselves happy, and I think everyone's entitled to doing that. Now, the reason I do choose to share my classroom and my teaching life through my vlogs and through my social media is because I know there are other teachers out there like me that can benefit from some of the ideas I may have. I love to help people and I love to feel like I have a purpose. So when someone tells me that they got inspiration from my vlogs or that it makes them feel less alone because they see the struggles that I'm going through, which is all the time, it makes me feel like I have a purpose. And that kind of brings me to my next point. We as teachers know that teaching is by far one of the most difficult jobs I think anyone can have. And because our job is so hard, we need to spend more time collaborating and less time competing with each other. We need to support each other and be willing to share ideas, but not tear each other down just because someone chooses to do something differently than you or is in a different situation. Be confident in your abilities as a teacher and be willing to grow as an educator through collaboration, but don't compete and don't compare yourself. I've honestly gotten so many great ideas from you all, or even just words of encouragement through the comments or emails, and I want you guys to know I'm incredibly grateful that I have such an amazing community of educators, future educators, and everyone else that's here on my channel. I seriously think you all are the bomb, and I am so incredibly grateful to have you all following my vlogs, following my social media, and supporting me on this journey. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. It helps this video to be able to reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe to me if you haven't already. I post a weekly classroom vlog every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and then some other kind of sit down or informational, some other kind of video every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end and for supporting my YouTube channel. I appreciate it more than you guys realize. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right over here. In the description is the link to all of my social media sites, my Teachers Pay Teachers store, and my Amazon store. And I will catch you guys in my next video.